Masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello. Okay, so good morning. So we're already second quarter na tayo. First week, quarter 2, week 1. Okay, so good morning everyone. So let me see. Oh, marami na tayong viewers. So good morning, Junes, Aisel, Domer, Ezra, Brian, and Regen Pamatian. Okay, good morning sa inyo. Hello kay Tutor Carmi. So good morning again, once again. So I am Tutor Carol. I'll be discussing with you week 1 of quarter 2, which is about bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so our objectives for today. Ayan, so we have 2 objectives. Describe the nature of bank reconciliation statements and, of course, analyze the effects of the identified reconciling items. So, yan ang ating pag-aaralan ngayon. Computation and preparation of bank reconciliation, we will study that next week. So, ngayon, puro theories muna tayo. Okay, so next slide. So, before we begin, let us have a review of what we have discussed last week. So I have here 3 questions prepared for you. And the first one is, okay, once again, for those who are joining just now, you can comment down your answers. Okay, so I can see, I can recognize if that is correct. Okay, my first question is, what is the type of bank account usually opened by businesses? So we studied, di ba? How many ba yon? I discussed with you three bank accounts. So yung usual na ino-open ng businesses. Okay, let me see if you know the answer. So you can choose between savings account, current or checking account, and mayroon tayong time deposit. Actually, meron pa tayong mga iba pa, may iba pa eh. So let me see your answer. Okay, so the first one to answer is Mariali Joy Francisco. Your answer is correct, current account. And Aisel Tugbo is also correct, current account, current or checking account. Very good. Now let's have the second question. It is an instrument that orders a bank to pay the bearer a definite amount of money. So ano yun? It's a piece of paper but very important. Okay? Na talagang pag hawak mo yon, may signature, iingatan mo. Anong tawag doon? Okay, let me see. It is an instrument. Okay, Vince Panganiban, you are correct. And we will call that instrument is what we call check. Very good. Okay, next, our third question. Why do we write out in words the amount in checks? Okay, sa checks, di ba? So aside from the figures, we also write the amount in words. Why? Bakit? Anong dahilan kung bakit kailangan nating isulat in words yung ang mga amount, okay, ng ating cheque? Yes, correct ka dyan, Daniela, Kyla, Brian, Eileen. Okay, correct. Pero, okay, third question na tayo. Why do we write out in words the amount in checks? Okay, anong dahilan? Wala lang, gusto lang, para madaming nasulat sa cheque. Ganun ba yon? Okay, so let us reveal the answer. The answer is to avoid fraud and confusion. Okay, para hindi tayo nalilito. Kasi, di ba, sometimes, kasi pag nagkamali ang bank sa pagbibigay ng amount, naku, that's their responsibility. Kailangan bayaran nila yun. So, para maiwasan yun, kailangan nating i-write out in words yung amount para sigurado tayong tama. Okay? So, let us see. Okay, let me introduce to you first bank statement. Kasi ito ay dapat quarter 1, week 9. Since we were not able to go online last, yung week 9 natin ay hindi tayo. Actually, week 8 ang na-miss natin and then yung week 9 ay diniscuss natin ay week 8. So, yung week 9 natin ay hindi natin na-discuss. So, I'll introduce to you bank statement. So, it is a monthly statement being sent by the bank to the depositor showing the amount of deposits, withdrawals, bank charges, and the running balance of his account. So, this is usually given 10 days after the end of the month. But since today, paperless na tayo eh. So, sinesend nila yan ng online na. Actually, hindi na nga siya 10 days after the end of the month eh. Parang right after your transaction, makikita mo na agad online. Okay, kung ano yung ginawa mong transaction with the bank. Okay, so next, please. I have here an example of can you see it ba? It's quite small, no? Can you see, quite small. So I have here an example of a online statement. This is an online statement. Totoo to. Totoong bank statement, but online. So ano bang makikita natin sa isang bank statement? So we have here the date and time. Okay, date and time. And you can see the time, it's very precise. Very precise, no? Andyan ang hour, andyan ang minute, andyan ang second. Okay, so very precise kung talagang anong oras. Okay, and the next one, you have here the description of your transaction. Ano ba ang ginawa mo? Nag-withdraw ka ba? Nag-deposit ka ba? Ikaw ba ay merong mga credit memos? May debit memos ka ba? May bank charges ka ba? So makikita mo lahat dyan. Summary, dyan yung transaction mo, description ng transaction mo. And the next one is the debit column. Okay, debit column. Sa debit column, point of view of bank, hindi ito katulad nung sa cash ledger natin na nasa office, kung saan ang debit side nag-i-increase ang ating cash. Okay, sa bank, it's different. Ang debit side ng bank statement ay deduction. Okay, deduction yan ng pera ninyo sa bangko. Okay, nasa debit side. Okay, credit side, dito dumadami ang pera ninyo sa bangko. Credit increases. Okay, why? Why is it like that? Bakit baliktad? Okay, sa cash ledger natin, credit side decreases. Nababawasan ang pera mo sa credit side. But sa bank statement, okay, nag-i-increase ang pera mo sa credit side. It's like this. Point of view of bank. Let us look at the bank statement from the point of view of bank. Once tinanggap ng bangko ang inyong pera, it becomes their liability. And liability increases on the credit side. Okay, so yung mga pera na tinanggap ng bangko na galing sa inyo as the business, it's their liability. Okay, kaya lahat ng deposit ninyo ay nasa credit side kasi ito ay pananagutan ng bangko sa inyo. Okay, so clear tayo dyan and do not forget that. And also, ang balance natin, okay, so each time na merong credit at may debit, mag-a-appear ang balance ninyo. Okay, for that particular day and time. Okay, so nandyan na. And then, the next column, we have the branch. Branch wherein you made that transaction. Okay, so as you can see dito, iba-iba. May Almansa, Las Piñas, Muntinlupa, may EDSA Congressional, so iba-iba. Okay, so iba-ibang branch. Okay, pero kasi yung sa EDSA Congressional, okay, of course, dyan pumapasok ang aming sweldo. Okay, so since I'm using ATM, so iba't ibang branches yan dito sa Las Piñas. And of course, the last column will be for your check. If you issued check, halimbawa, you issued a check to pay an expense, okay, mag-a-appear dyan yung check number. But since wala naman akong check for this particular account, so it's blank. Okay, so now, let's, next slide please. Okay, so let's begin now with bank reconciliation. So, reconciliation, reconcile, okay, bank recon in short. So, it is a process of comparing the information in a business accounting records of a cash-in bank account with the corresponding information on a bank statement. So, process ito of comparing your cash ledger and your bank statement. Okay, so dapat yan pareho. Okay? But there are times when the bank statement balance do not tally with the book balance rather of the business. So the discrepancy should be looked into immediately. So hindi na tayo pwede magpapetik-petik, di ba? Kung nakita natin na pagdating ng bank statement natin, it's different from your cash ledger, we have to look into that immediately. Okay? Kasi merong mga transaction na nakalista sa book at wala sa bank. Or meron namang nakalista sa bank pero wala sa book. So, kailangan natin silang i-reconcile. Okay? Kailangan nating hanapin yon. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay, we have here the bank reconciliation process. Paano natin sisimulan ang bank reconciliation? So, first, a bank reconciliation consists of two columns, the book balance and the bank balance. Okay, adjustments are done by adding unrecorded deposits or subtracting checks issued by the business. Okay, halimbawa may nakita tayong discrepancy sa book, nakalista wala sa bank. So hanapin natin 'yon. Or meron tayong nakita nakalista sa bank pero wala sa book. So, gagawa natin yan ng adjustments. But usually, ang ginagawa ng adjustments ay pag hindi nakasulat sa book balance. Okay, what is the difference between book balance? Book balance is your record, okay, in your office. Okay, yan yung record mo sa office mo. Then, bank balance is yung record mo galing sa bangko. The reconciliation is complete when the adjusted column equals the unadjusted column. Okay? Next. Next pa po. Yan. So this is an example of a bank reconciliation statement. So as you can see, para siya yung mga iba nating financial reports, di ba, na merong heading. So sa heading, nakalagay ang name ng company, then bank reconciliation, pwede nyo siyang lagyan ng statement. Bank reconciliation statement. And then for the month ended. Para sa buwan yan. Diba sabi ko nga sa inyo, bank statement, pinapadala ng bangko yan at the end, 10 days after the end of the month. Okay, pero pag online, andyan siya agad. Okay, antay ka lang ng konting oras, nandyan na siya. Okay, so we have here the balance per book. Di ba, may 2 columns. Okay, one is for the book balance and the other one is for the bank balance. And of course, meron ka syempre dyan add. Okay, merong add, merong less. Okay, then syempre yung adjusted balance. Sa adjusted balance, dapat pareho na yung dalawa. Okay, understandable kapag ang balance per book, okay, yung sa unahan, the first line item, ay hindi pareho. But yun sa adjusted balance, dapat pareho na sila. Both of them. Okay, so we will learn how to do this next week. Okay, so next please. Okay, let us study the bank reconciling items. Ito yung mga items na pwedeng makita natin sa book na wala sa bank. Pwede ring mga nakita natin sa bank at wala sa book. Okay, reconciling items ang tawag dyan. Okay, so these are the items that need adjustments to make the bank statement balance and the book balance equal. Okay, dapat pareho. So, bank reconciling items yon. Then, reconciling items must be analyzed to determine whether they are included in the balance per bank or the balance per book. Okay, so let's study. Pag-aralan natin yan. Okay, so here are the types of reconciling items. There are 2 types actually. Okay, one is they do not require adjusting entries. Etong mga reconciling items na to ay usually makikita natin sa bank. Nasa book na, pero wala pala sa bank. Okay, nasa book, pero wala sa bank. So it won't require you to do adjusting entries anymore. The first one is the deposits in transit. Okay, transit, or these are collections already recorded in the book as cash receipts but not yet reflected in the bank statement. Okay, so this decrease or understate the bank balance. Okay, so ito yung mga deposit or collection ng business. Dineposit na niya sa bank. Okay, pero inabutan ng cut-off. So, hindi siya nag-reflect sa bank statement. Okay, so at the end of the month, hindi mo nga siya makikita. Hindi mo siya makikita sa bank statement, pero nasa book na. So, it won't require adjusting entries anymore kasi naka-record naman na ito sa book. Okay, next. We have the outstanding checks. So, outstanding checks won't require you to do adjusting entries also. Ito naman yung so these are checks already recorded in the book as a cash disbursement. Okay, so nag-issue ng cheque si business. Like for example, for payment of expenses, for salaries of the employees, pwedeng for a payment of purchases. Okay, so yan. Yan ang mga dahilan kung bakit nag-i-issue ng cheque. Pwede rin withdrawal of the owners. Okay, so recorded na in the book as cash disbursement but not yet reflected in the bank statement. So they increase or overstate the bank balance. So it won't require adjusting entries anymore. Okay, bahala si bank mag-adjust. Okay, the third one, okay, it won't require you to do adjusting entries also. We will call that bank errors. Okay, bank errors. So these are errors made by the bank in debiting and crediting the accounts of depositors. So, the effects can be an increase or decrease in the bank balance. Sino nagkamali? Bank. Okay, ano-ano mga example ng error na pwedeng gawin ng bank? Like, recording an incorrect amount of depositors. So, parang instead of 5,000, like, ma-record lang niya as 500. So, yan. Hindi na to, okay? Walang gagawin dito ang business. Okay, bahala ang bank na mag-adjust niyan kasi it's a bank error. Okay? Pwede ring entering an amount that does not belong to the company's bank statement. For example, nagkamali ng encode ng account number napunta sa iba. Okay, yung deposit ng isang business napunta sa ibang account. Okay, so bank error yan. Hindi gagawa ng adjusting entry ang business. So bahala ang bank dyan. Pero pwede ring omitting an amount from a company's bank statement. Okay, pwede namang dapat nilagay mo, okay, sa bank statement, pero, okay, hindi mo na ilagay, okay, for that particular period. Okay, so, ayan. Those are some examples of bank errors that do not require adjusting entries. Okay, next. So, eto naman, okay, the next type, yung require. It will require you to do adjusting entries. So, usually, eto ay mga makikita mo sa bank, pero hindi mo makikita sa book. Okay? Okay, kailangan mo siyang gawan ng adjusting entries or merong mga naunang may mga initial entries and then something went wrong. So, kailangan mong gawan ng adjusting entries. For example, no sufficient fund. Okay? Ito yung pwede natin tawagin tong bounce check. Okay, mga talbog na cheque kasi kulang ng pondo. Okay, so these are checks returned by the bank to the drawer. Okay, drawer meaning the issuer of the check. Okay, kung sino ang nag-issue ng cheque, drawer ang tawag sa kanya. So, pag no sufficient fund, ibabalik yan ng bangko sa drawer. Okay, ibabalik due to insufficient fund. So, these checks decrease, understate the book balance from the drawer's point of view. Okay? Pwede naman, okay, sa isang banda, it will increase, overstate the book balance from the payee's standpoint. Okay, halimbawa, okay, pay to the order of, let's say, Meralco. Okay? Sino ang drawer natin? Si ABC Company. Okay, and then, tinanggap ni Meralco. Okay, pero, nung dineposit niya, no sufficient fund pala. Okay, pero kasi bago din-deposit yan ni Meralco, okay, ni-record na niya yan sa book as revenue. Okay, as revenue niya. So, anong mangyayari dyan? So, magkakaroon tayo ng overstatement sa book balance ng Meralco. So, kailangan niyang i-adjust, okay, ng Meralco. And then, pag kayo naman, ABC Company, ang nag-issue ng check as payment, okay, okay, syempre sa book ninyo, ito ay ibabawas nyo na, it will understate the book. Kasi hindi naman yan tatanggapin ng bangko eh. So, intact pa rin yung pondo nyo doon. Let's say, short ka lang ng 50 pesos. Okay? Hindi pa rin yan. No sufficient fund pa rin yan. At magkakaroon kayo dyan ng charges. Kung sino ang nag-issue ng cheque, magkakaroon yan ng bank charges. Okay? So, next. Okay, so ito another reconciling item that needs require adjusting entries. So once again, ito ay mga nasa bank pero wala sa book. So credit memos. So credit memos are additions made by the bank, okay, to the depositor's bank account. Okay, but not yet recorded by the depositor. So this decrease or understate the book. Kasi nasa bank na eh, wala pa sa book. So, anong mangyayari sa book? Understatement siya. Ibig sabihin, kulang. Pag overstatement, ibig sabihin, sobra. Understatement, kulang. Okay, example, collections made by the bank on behalf of the depositors. Ngayon tayo, di ba, marami na tayong bills na binabayad sa bangko. We don't have to go to that particular agency, okay, to make our payment. Pwede nang sa bangko like Meralco, Maynilad, PLDT. Okay, so meron silang mga collection arrangement with the bank. So, collections made by the bank on behalf of the depositor. So, ito, gagawan mo ito ng adjusting entries. Okay? Sa adjusting entries kasi nasa bank pero wala sa book. So, anong magiging entry mo dyan? Debit, cash in bank. Kasi tumanggap ka ng pera. And credit, okay? Revenue. Collection made by the bank eh. So, revenue. Okay? Sa part ng nung business or nung payee. Okay? Next is interest income earned by the deposits. O syempre, 'di ba? Kahit maliit ang balance mo sa bank, okay, somehow ito ay nag-earn ng interest. Okay? So pag naka-receive ka ng interest income coming from the bank, okay, you have to make adjusting entries for that, and your adjusting entry will be debit cash in bank and credit, okay, interest income or credit revenue. Okay? So, yun ah. Ganun ang mga adjusting entries dyan. Okay, puro debit cash in bank. Kasi totoo naman na tumanggap ka ng pera. Okay? Tumanggap ang bangko ng pera para sa'yo. Okay? Kaya, debit cash in bank. Okay? And then, proceeds from loan. Okay? Directly credited or added by the bank to the depositor's account. Loan. Nag-loan ka. Yung business mo, nangutang. Okay? So, yung bank, diretso na niyang i-credit ito, okay? I-credit ito sa account mo. So, gagawa ka ngayon ng adjusting entry, and your adjusting entry will be debit cash in bank, okay? And credit, okay? Bank loan or credit liability kasi meron kang utang. Okay? Do you have any question? Okay? Next slide, please. Okay, so ito na naman. It will require adjusting entries also. Debit memos. So anong explanation ko kanina pag debit memos? Nababawasan. Okay, yung balance mo sa bangko. Okay, debit memos, ito ay deduction sa iyong bank balance. Okay? So debit memos are deductions made by the bank to the depositor's bank account but not yet recorded by the depositor. So this increase or overstate, okay, the book balance. Okay, meron ng deduction sa bangko pero hindi mo pa nire-record sa libro mo. So anong mangyayari sa book balance mo or sa cash ledger mo? So syempre meron kang overstatement. Sobra ang pera mo sa ledger. Okay? So example, bank service, okay? Bank service charges. Okay? Okay. May binasa po kasi ako, sorry. Okay, represent bank charges for fees. Okay? Interest, penalties, and surcharges. Okay, ito yung kanina. Halimbawa, nag-issue ka ng cheque tapos no sufficient fund. So magkakaroon ka ng bank service charges. Automatic ito na ibabawas sa'yo ng bangko. Hindi mo alam pero binawas na ng bangko, so debit memos yun. Okay, so pag nakita mo yung bank statement mo na meron kang bank service charges, so kailangan mong gumawa ng adjusting entries, and your adjusting entries will be debit bank service charges because these are expenses. Expense ito sa business. So debit bank charges and credit cash in bank. Okay? The second one, payment of loans. Okay? Halimbawa, may automatic agreement ka na rin with the bank. Now, sige, pag mag-due na yung loan ko, ibawas mo na siya automatic. Automatic mo na siya ibawas sa balance ko. So, i-issue na lang ng debit memo. So, these are payment of loans represents payment which the depositor agreed to be made out directly from its bank account. So your adjusting entry will be debit, okay, bank loan, okay, or debit liability, and credit cash in bank. Okay, cash in bank. Kasi kailangan mabawasan yung record mo, yung cash ledger mo sa office mo. And then the last one, payment of bills. Okay? Payment of bills is debited made automatically by the bank on behalf of the depositors. Okay, ganun ulit. Halimbawa, may agreement kayo with the bank. O sige, yung sa Meralco ko, automatic mo na yan. Ibawas mo na sa account ko. Okay? So, pag nakita mo yung bank statement mo at meron kang debit memo about payment of bills, okay, you need to make an adjusting entry, and your adjusting entry will be debit expenses kasi payment of bills. So, expense yan. Debit, expenses, and credit, cash in bank. Okay? So, ganun lang. Okay, the last one, okay, types of reconciling items. So, it will require adjusting entries also, and you will call this book errors. So, kanina bank errors, no? Ang nagkamali ay bangko. So, meron din pwedeng magkamali sa book errors. Okay? Like for example, erroneous recording in the accounting book. Pwede rin yung nagkamali ka ng sulat na pagbabaliktad mo yung mga digit. So, instead na 5,050 pesos, naging 5,500. Okay? So, gagawa ka ngayon yan ng adjusting entries. Okay? So, these book errors increase or decrease the book balance. Okay, gagalaw ang libro mo dito eh. So, kailangan mong gawa ng adjusting entry. So, okay, pwedeng overstatement, increase, overstatement, so sobra, decrease, understatement, okay, kukulangin naman yung book balance mo. Okay, depende sa error na na-commit ng business. Okay? So, do you have any question? Okay, so hello. So I have here Benher, Mimi. Okay, Sophia Joy Barantes, hello. Desiree Lumognang, hello. Okay, so these are my students. Okay, Mimi. Okay, Madel, hello. Okay, so ito. Let us check your understanding. Okay, so diniscuss ko lahat sa inyo ha. Okay, kung ano yung mga reconciling items. Okay, so ngayon, instruction ko, tell whether the reconciling items overstated understated the book balance or bank balance at month end. Otherwise, write no effect if none. Kung di naman affected yung balance, mapabook man yan or mapabank, so you write no effect. Okay? Let's say there is an NSF or no sufficient fund check, but this time from the point of view of drawer. Okay, si drawer. Okay, point of view of drawer. So si drawer, okay, nag-issue siya ng cheque. Point of view niya, anong mangyayari sa book balance niya? Understated ba or overstatement? Anong mangyayari sa book balance? Overstated ba or understated or no effect? Okay, let me see. Okay, Vince, your answer is for number 1, okay, understated. And you are correct. Very good, Vince Panganiban. How about number 2? Book balance. Point of view to ng drawer ha. Point of view ng nag-issue ng cheque tapos tumalbog. Kulang pala ang pondo. Ano ang mangyayari sa bank balance niya? Okay? With regards to bank balance, amount of check muna ang ating pag-uusapan dito. Okay? The charges, of course, meron tong bank charges. Okay, may bank charges to, but that's another thing. Okay, ibang usapan yun. Bank charges. Okay, ano ang mangyayari? Yung amount lang ng cheque. Okay, amount lang muna ng cheque. Let's say, magbayad ka sa Meralco, 5,000. Ano ang mangyayari sa bank state? Sa bank balance mo? Okay, let us reveal the answer. No effect. Okay? Kasi hindi naman yan tatanggapin ng bangko eh. Diba? Hindi niya tatanggapin yan. Isusoli niya yan agad sa'yo. So, hindi magagalaw ang iyong bank balance. Okay? Hindi magagalaw ang bank balance mo. Pero pag binigyan ka na ng charges ni bank dahil sa pag-issue mo ng cheque na okay, talbog, okay, doon siya gagalaw. Doon magkakaroon ng pagbabago sa iyong bank balance. Okay? Number 3, there is a deposit in transit. Okay, anong mangyayari sa book balance? Deposit in transit. Okay? Deposit in transit, book balance, anong mangyayari? Okay, let us reveal the answer. Okay, no effect. Okay, bakit no effect? Kasi deposit in transit, ito ay deposit ng business. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, bago nagde-deposit, bago nagwi-withdraw, ang business nire-record na yan sa book. So, naka-record na yan sa kanya. Okay, so wala na. Okay, deposit in transit, naka-record na yan sa book. Pero hindi pa siya reflected sa bank. So, ang bank natin, anong mangyayari sa ating bank? Okay? Number 3, correct, Vince. No effect. Number 4. Okay, parang may delay tayo, no? Okay, Vince. Okay, ang galing ng batang to. Vince, number 4, understated. Yes, correct. You are correct, Vince. Understated. Okay? Bakit understated? Kasi, okay, deposit na to sa bangko eh. Okay? Nasa book na siya. Pero wala sa bank. So, anong mangyayari sa bank? Kulang ang balance mo sa bangko. Kaya understated. Okay, now next. There is an outstanding check. So, outstanding check. Ano naman ibig sabihin nito? Okay? Nag-issue si business ng cheque. Okay? Probably for payment. Okay? Ano ang mangyayari? Okay? Sa book. Kung meron tayong outstanding check, it's already recorded in the book. Okay? Recorded in the book, but not yet reflected in the bank. Okay, let us reveal the answer. Outstanding check. Okay, no effect. Sa book. Why? Kasi na-record mo na yan sa book at month, di ba? Bago nag-close at month end. Na-record mo na yan. Okay, so it's already reflected sa book balance. Okay, now what will happen to the bank balance? It's already in the book, but not yet in the bank. Number 6. Okay, so let us reflect. Okay. Okay, overstated. Parang mali ako dito. Number 6 should be understated. Overstate. Number 6, overstated. Yeah, overstated. Okay, nalito ako doon. Overstated. Issue nga pala ito. In-issue ng business. Okay? Pero hindi pa naibabawas siya sa bangko. So, sobra naman ang bangko this time. Sorry for that. Okay? Number 7. Okay? Correct. Correct si okay, Vince, Mariali, Maria Isa, Eileen. Okay? Correct kayo. Overstated. Sorry, nalito ako. Okay? There is a bank charge. Okay. So, number 7, na-reveal na ang sagot, that's overstated. Bank charges eh. So, it's already reflected in the bank but not yet in the book. So, what will happen to the book balance? Overstated. Sobra. Okay, bank charge eh. So, it's a deduction, an expense, okay, on the part of the business. Okay, ngayon, bank balance, anong mangyayari dyan? At month end. Okay, number effect. I sell. Yes, no effect. Okay, correct. No effect. Very good. Okay, next is, there is a debit memo. Okay, debit memo. Okay, what will happen to the book balance? Number 9. Okay, let us reveal the answer for number 9. Okay, yes, okay, pareho. Sabay ha. Vince, very good. Overstated. Okay, overstated siya. Ang book balance natin, overstated, ibig sabihin sobra. Kasi debit memo, deduction yan sa inyong cash in bank, sa bank balance. Okay, so now, for number 10, what will happen to your bank balance? If it's already reflected, okay, in the bank. So number 10, okay, number 10, okay, Vince, very good, no effect. No effect, very good, Vince. Okay, so I think that's the end of our session for today, but next week, be ready, study your modules because may computation na tayo. Okay, so nakita na kanina yung ating references. So if you have questions, okay, if you have feedback, okay, so you can just scan this QR code, diretso yan kay Tutor Madge. Okay, so thank you so much for today. I hope to see you all again next week, same time, Friday next week, same time, 11:30 a.m. Okay, so thank you.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!